Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel. So in today's tutorial we're going to continue with our OpenCV series. So in this tutorial we're going to go ahead and learn how to read video and camera, how to read your webcam, and how to also read video content and be able to process them in OpenCV. Okay, so this is where last time we went over how to rotate images, how to resize images, and how to crop images. So if you haven't watched that tutorial, please kindly go back and watch that tutorial. In today's tutorial we're going to go ahead and advance our knowledge on that. So let's go ahead. I'm just going to go ahead and create a file, and I'm going to call this one basic underscore 03.py file. Okay, so basic underscore 03.py file, and inside of this file I'm going to go ahead and do the following. So I'm going to import CV2 just as we did before in the other tutorial. So once I have this CV2 imported, I'm simply going to go ahead and simply create a simple while loop. So I'm going to say while true, right, an infinite while loop. So I'm going to simply say success. I'm just going to say success. I'm going to use this this short form of success. That is it. And I'm going to have image, which is going to be my frame. Right now, before I do this, I need to go ahead. I actually forgot to do something, so let me just keep a pass here for now, and I'm going to go up here, and I'm simply going to create a capture object. So a capture object will help us to capture our webcam or to capture a video content. Okay, so in this tutorial we're going to go ahead and capture a webcam. First of all, we're going to go ahead and capture a video content. So right now I'm going to go ahead and simply bring in a video content right here, a video folder, and I'm going to inside of that folder I'm going to keep an image. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and bring in that image. So I'm going to go in here, open up my file, and I'm going to go into my desktop. I'm going to go into my desktop. I'm going to look for this, and I'm going to go into projects. I'm going to go here and just simply copy this folder, and I'm going to go back here, right here, into my content, and I'm going to go into my tutorials folder, and I'm going to go ahead and simply paste that folder that right there. So instead of this folder I have a file called I have an image file, just an image, a video file, an mp3 file. Okay, so this what they're going to try to read the content of this video file. So let's go ahead and actually read the content, and to do that is actually very simple. It's cv2.video capture, video capture, just like this, and in here I'm providing the path to that image. Okay, the path to that video content. So I'm going to say /video, and I called it video, let me just say video .mp4, so .mp4, so mp4. So once I have that specified, I got the video content already. So now I'm going into my while loop, and inside of my while loop I'm going to have success, short from success, and I'm going to have image. So I'm going to say cap.read. So I'm going to say cap.read, and this is going to go ahead and read the content for us. So it's going to return to us a success if it has been able to read the content and then the image. Okay, so now you can use that success to check if the image, if the content has been read, or if there is an error or anything like that. So we're going to say if. So it's going to give us frame by frame, right? So each time we call read, it's going to return to us a frame, and we're going to check success tells us if that frame was successfully read. So I'm going to say if success, right? If not, let me just say if not success. I'm just going to go ahead and break out of my code. So if you fail to read the frame of that video, we're simply going to go ahead and simply break that out of that loop. Okay, so once we have that done, I can go ahead and simply display the content here. So I'm going to say cv2.imshow, and I'm simply going to go and say video, just like that, and I'm going to go ahead and simply show the image, the frame of that video, which I called image. Okay, and I'm going to now have a wait key. So I'm going to create an if condition right here that is going to listen for a condition, and based on that condition we can quit. So I'm going to say if conditional quitting. So if cv2.wait, okay, wait key, and I'm going to simply pass in 1, and I'm going to simply go ahead and say the following. So I'm going to say end symbol, and then I'm going to go ahead and say X and then capital F twice. Okay, so that we're going to say equals to ORD, and then here we're going to say Q. You're going to say Q on our keyboard. So if anybody press Q on the keyboard, we're simply going to go ahead and simply break out of this for loop, which are going to stop reading the video. And once we do that, we can once we're out of the for loop, we're going to release the content. Release. So you're going to say cap.release. So release. So what release simply does is that it releases the content, like the camera content, so that anyone can simply go ahead and use that camera in case other programs can use the camera content. Okay, once I have that, I'm going to say cv2.destroy all windows. So this is going to go ahead and close all windows for us. So once we break out of the loop, we're going to release the camera object in case other applications want to use the camera, they can go ahead and use it, and then we simply destroy all the windows that are going to be created. So we're going to create a window here called video, so that window is going to be destroyed right here. Yeah, so that's the basic way to simply read an image. So let's go actually open up our terminal and simply run this out. So I'm going to go here. You can see I have the Python basic underscore 3 file right here. So I'm going to say Python and Python 3, and then I'm going to say basic let me just see basic and then underscore 3.py. So run that, and this is going to open up a window and then show us so you can see the content right here. So I'm just going to press Q on my keyboard, and that's going to quit, right? So that's how you can simply read a video image. Now it's a bit really big, the image is a bit too big, and you can customize the behavior of this window. So you can simply go ahead and simply resize the image. So I'm going to say image, and I'm going to say cv2.resize. cv2.resize. Okay, so resize is going to go ahead and pass in the image, and then providing the size. So let's say we want to resize to 500 by 500, okay, or let's say 640 by 640 by 480. Okay, yeah, so they're going to resize it by 640 by 640 by 480 of each of those frames in the video. Okay, so now you can go ahead and simply run this code again, and now it should display it again, but hopefully I hope now it is precise. So now you can see the you're reading the video content. It's great. So now for me, you can see if I run it again, I have if I run it again, I can see I have all these things right here. So I can if you guys don't have the same experience, if you're on a different operating system, I'm just going to change mine so that it can default to yours. So I'm going to use sudo and then pass in my password right here, and let's see. Okay, I got my password wrong, so let me just type it in again. Yeah, so now you guys probably have it like this on your system, so it looks like this. So that's how you can simply read a video content. So great, it all works. So yeah, so and one thing you can see that we got an error, because at the end of the frame, if there's no other frame being read, right, it means there's no success is false, right? But before we check if success is false, we are still trying to resize an image that doesn't exist. So the best thing to do is actually put it below this if else statement, because we check first if the image has been read. That's when you're able to resize it, right? If there's no image read, you can't resize something that doesn't exist. So now if you run it again, now there shouldn't be any errors anymore. Yeah, so now you can see it's up here working. So great, it's all working fine. And yeah, that's basically how you can read an image. Now you can see if you quit, you don't get any error. So that's how you can simply read a video file used in OpenCV. So once we have this done, I'm going to show how to read a webcam. Now, if to read a webcam is very, very simple. You just have to change the value in here. So we're providing 0 or 1. So this 0 or 1 in the integer value that you're providing, actually the indexes of different cameras that are connected to your computer. 0 stands for the default camera, which is your webcam of your computer. And I think 2 for me, 2 stands for my webcam. Like I have a different webcam connected to it. So let me just go ahead and try to specify 2 here, and let's see if we connect to it. So let me just go ahead and see if we can connect to my webcam. Yeah, you can see we connected to my webcam, and my webcam is right there. So yeah, that's basically it, how you can read the content of that video file. Yeah, so you can also provide in here 1, and 1 is going to default to your default camera that you have running. So right now, yeah, that's how you can simply read the content of the given file. Yeah, so that's all for this video. We just went ahead on how to read different images and how to read a different video content. Now let's do a simple project before we end this video. So what I simply want to go ahead and do is simply I'm going to read the 2 image, the video file and then the content file, and then I'm going to go ahead and try to attach them all into one place. Okay, so what I'm simply going to go ahead and do here, I'm going to first of all create a background. I'm going to create an image, which is going to be a dark image. So I'm going to say dark image, and this is going to be np. I'm going to import np dot zeros. So we need to import np. Now np, what is np? So np is we usually use np for Python library. So you say import numpy as np. So numpy comes pre-installed once you install OpenCV, so you don't have to worry about installing it. So just say np.0. So we're going to create an array of 0. So this needs to have a certain shape or dimension. So the shape that we're going to give it is going to be the following. So I'm going to go ahead and say 240. I'm going to say 240 by 240 by 320. So this is a size that I'm going to give it, and I'm going to say that 240 by 320, and it's going to have let me just go here and say going to have a size of 3. 3 means three dimensions, okay, because the image that you're using is an RGB image or BGR image, which has 3 dimensions. So that's why I specifying the dimension, the height, the width, and then the dimension of that image. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and say np dot I'm going to use uint. Let's go ahead say uint 8, or you can use 32, but let's use 8. Okay, so yeah, I have those things already done. I just created a simple empty blank image. So once I have that, I'm going to go ahead and get the dimensions of this specific image. So I'm going to say image underscore height of the image, and I'm going to say width of the image, and I'm also going to go ahead and get the channels of that specific image. So I'm going to go ahead and say this equals to dark dot shape dark underscore image dot shape. So this is going to return to us the height, the width, and the channels of that specific image. So great. So once we have that done, I'm still going to go ahead and resize the current images that we have. So I'm going to resize this image for a bit. So I'm going to go here. Before I do this, I also want to go ahead and actually read another image. So it's a cap, and I'm going to call this cap 2. Yeah, I'm going to say cap 2 is going to be cv2 dot video capture. So video capture, just like that. And let me just try to get the spelling right. So video capture, and now I want to go ahead and actually read the content of that video file that we have for /video. First, this is going to be mp4. Yeah, so we're going to read the one video content is going to come from our web camera, another video content is going to come from the video file that we have here. So once I read all of that, I want to put all of them into one image and display to the user. Okay, so what I want to simply create a grid, and the grid will have those one from the web camera and then another from the video file that we have. Okay, that's basically what I'm trying to do. So I'm going to simply resize let's get the spelling of resize right. So resize underscore image. I'm going to call this resize image 1. So resize image 1 is going to be the resize version of the first image that we get, and that's going to be from our webcam. So we're in cv2 dot resize, and then we pass in our image, right, for which you got from the webcam. And then let's actually go ahead and get the second image. So success, and then image 2, and then I'm going to say image and call this image 2, and it's going to be cap 2 dot read, just like that. So we have two images. Let me also call this one success 2. So I'm going to now depend on success 2. So I want to continuously go ahead and read and display those two images as long as the video content of this file doesn't end, because from the camera stream it's going to be infinite, right? So I'm going to first wait for the video content, the video of the video file to end, and if that fails, means you are not able to read any frame, means you're going to break out of it. That's why I'm using success 2 here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and simply pass in the image 1, the first image, which is from the web camera. So I'm going to go ahead and simply resize it, and I'm going to pass in this specific value. So I'm going to resize it to be 160 by 120. So I'm resizing it to 160 by 120 because I want it to occupy half the sizes here. Okay, so this 120 is for this one right here, this one right here, and then sorry, 620 is for this one, half of this one, and then this one is also for half of this one right here. Okay, so I'm just basically going to resize those images to follow half the sizes of the dark image that you're trying to create. So I'm going to simply copy this and simply paste it one more time, and I'm going to call this one image 2, and this is going to be image 2. We're going to resize it right here. Okay, so we're going to resize image 1 and image 2 to 160 by 120. Okay, and once we have those values right here, we have the height, the width, and the channel of the dark image. We can simply use this to display our image on top of that dark image that you have created. So to do this, I'm simply going to say dark image, and I'm going to say we're going to say height of the underscore image. So I'm going to display height of the image until height of the image divided by 2 until the end, right? If you ever work with arrays in Python, this is how you do it. So I actually made a mistake here. We're going to display from the beginning until the height of the image divided by 2, so like that. And then we're also going to display from the beginning, right, from the beginning until the width of the image divided by 2, just like that. Yeah, and this value is going to be the value that you're going to the image that you're going to read, which is in this case we want the image 1 to be on the first part of the grid, which is going to be on the top left corner. Okay, and then let's go ahead and say dark underscore image, right? And dark image, I want to go ahead and display the second part of the image. So I want to say from the height of this video, so from the height of the dark image, right, divided by 2, half of it, because we want to display half of it, and then to the width of that image, so width of the image divided by 2 until the very end, and this is going to be equals to the resized image, the second resized image. So I'm just going to go here and select the second resized image. Yeah, so that's what we have. And once we have this done, I'm still going to go ahead and simply display the dark image that we created, which also consists of these two images that we read from the webcam and then the video cam. So once we have that done, that's all we need to do for this to simply work. So once we have this done, I can simply go ahead and simply run the code, and hopefully I haven't made any errors. So I'm just going to go in my terminal, and I'm simply going to run that code again. Okay, we got an error here. It says resize. So I got an error in my function here, image resize. What's the error? Sees assertion error. Okay, so let's go ahead and see. I think in my resize parts here, resize, yeah, we're passing image 1 and image 2. So image 1 passing these values, image 2 we're passing these values. So video.mp4 / video. I'm just trying to make sure that I'm reading all the video content. So I don't know if it's the second image that's second. I don't know which line we're getting this error from. Okay, we're trying to resize the very first image, which is this one right here. So resize, and then I'm just saying image.read. Okay, I didn't specify which part to read from, so I have to say 0. So yeah, because I didn't specify which camera to read from, that's where we're getting that error. Sorry for that, and we can just go ahead and try to run this again. So if you have everything done, then now everything should work as we expect it to. So let's just wait for this to load. So once this is loaded, you can see we have the content right here. So right now I have changed my camera's view. So I'm using my webcam right now, and it's facing pointing towards my keyboard, and that's why you can get those views. So you can see we have on this side we have the video content, and on the other side we have the webcam content. So if I move my hand around, you can see that's the webcam content. It's a bit not clear, but yeah, you can see it actually works. So that's the webcam content, and you can see how we can simply read it. So I can simply press Q to exit out of that. So that's how you can read it read those two images. So I want to display all those in a grid, so you can actually read or capture objects like different videos and then display them in form of a grid. But in this case, you're just going to have two videos, and I'm going to go ahead and show you how to display all of this in a grid. So I have pasted this code twice. So that's what I want to do. The second time is going to be from the width. Okay, from the width. The third time I'm going to display from the height, right, from the height until the end of that matrix. And then the second time for the width is going to be the same. And then for this is going to be from the bottom left. The last one is going to be for the bottom left. So I want it from the height, right, from the height until the width. Yeah, so I want from the beginning of the width until the very end. So I have to remove this right here. So this is going to be for the bottom left. So you can actually change this to be image 1, I'll change this to be image 2, and let's change this to be image 1. Yeah, just like that. And if you run it again, now we're supposed to see 4 different grids. So if I run it now, we'll see 4 different grids, and each of those section of the grids will contain different images. So let's run this one more time. Okay, I got an error right here. It says that do not broadcast this into shape this by 3. Okay, we're getting an error, so let's go ahead and try to fix that error that we're trying to get. So we have image 1 and image 2. So we're going to say, let's start from the bottom here, the height until the very end. Okay, my bad, until the very end. So let me just keep that there. Yeah, I think that should be done. That should be it. So if I run it again, yeah, now if I run it again, you can see those images being displayed in these 4 different grids. So yeah, this is it. You can control the size of this so that you can see a bigger image, but for now I'm just going to keep it to be those specific sizes. So yeah, that's basically it. And if it's a bit sluggish, I think because I'm recording a video, but yeah, that's how you can simply resize the images and get different sizes of the images. So guys, thanks for watching. This is all I wanted us to discuss in this video. If you enjoyed this content so far, kindly consider subscribing to the YouTube channel, liking this video, and sharing this video with anyone who you think might find it helpful. So thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. Keep safe.